spooky family, and welcome to a horror lover challenge. I have found this while browsing the web, so I thought it would be fun for me to do, and because this is horror related, I figured that I would tag Carnage Candy. I stumbled upon her from the small YouTuber anime community. Awesome stuff, so check her out too, and I hope she has fun doing this, and Ghoul World Order. So let's get to it. I wrote my answers down because, again, have to film in my car. So it's 30 questions and I had to answer them. So number 1, scariest kid character. This was kind of tough. It was a tie between Regan in The Exorcist and Damien from The Omen, but I ended up choosing Damien from The Omen because he was a scary mofo. Number 2, best sex scene murder. The only one I could think of was American Psycho, although I've probably seen a lot worse, but those images wouldn't have been okay for me to put on YouTube. So we'll have to go a little bit kind of sensory on that part. Number 3, creepiest dead body. The victim in Flowers of Flesh and Blood. For some reason, that one gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know if it's because she's laying there innocently and her arms are chopped off or what. Number 4, horror musical you enjoyed. I'm not a big musical fan. But the only one that stuck out to me, I remember being at my friend's house, and that was Rebo, the Genetic Opera, and I only liked that so much because Paris Hilton's face falls off. Number 5, funniest horror film character. The grandpa from The Last Boys. Who does not laugh when Grandpa enters the room, or especially his final line when he talks about all the damn vampires? Number 6, favorite woman of horror. This was really hard because I was like, which era of horror am I going to choose? And then, I love Jamie Lee Curtis, so she is definitely my favorite woman of horror. 7, a horror that you'd want to be in. The original Evil Dead. Who doesn't want to kill some deadites? 8, favorite alien-related movie. John Carpenter's The Thing. The special effects in that movie really got me into learning how to do it myself. Number 9, best horror TV series. The original Twilight Zone. And I say this because it made you think. It creepily predicted some events that are going on now, and when it comes on, you just get the heebie-jeebies. Number 10, serial killer you hate. Ted Bundy. He made it so that hitchhiking adventures are dangerous, and, he preyed on the weak-minded instead of supposedly, needing to be there for them. 11, most ditzy character. Barbara from the original Night of the Living Dead. Her character had to be the most annoying character that I've ever stumbled upon. Number 12, favorite horror film as of recent. I really enjoyed The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I heard mixed reviews about it, and then I dove into it, and I actually enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a surprise ending, and I liked it very much. Number 13, best impalement goes to, obviously, one of my favorite films, Cannibal Holocaust. I mean, this is just nasty looking at it. 14, killer with the best weapon, Leatherface. You can't go wrong with a chainsaw. 15, a horror love story, Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula is the best version of that. 16, the best throat slicing that I have seen would have to be, well, there's a lot of them. But again, although my channel isn't too kid-friendly, I don't want to get reported for massive violence, so I just went with the Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber. 17, horror... 17, favorite horror sequel, The Inferno. It's the sequel to Suspiria. So if you love Dario Argento films, you'll know what I mean. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. 18, best horror movie in the woods, the original Evil Dead. Obviously. Can't you tell I like Evil Dead? Actor you loved seeing getting murdered. Johnny Depp in Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm sorry, but Glenn's character was just annoying to me, and it was good that he was gone. 20. Most attractive horror movie killer. This one was very hard for me because I don't really find a lot of them attractive. So I just went with my teen years choice, and that is Lestat from Queen of the Damned. 21. Best horror family. The Firefly family from Devil's Rejects. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. I am very exhausted. But to me, at the end of Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses, you're introduced to them, and then in Devil's Rejects, I honestly feel sorry for them at the end when Freebird is playing, which is really weird. 22. Worst recent horror movie you've seen. The Bye Bye Man. What the hell is that shit? That was a waste of time. They could have saved so much money by not even making that. That was real stupid. 23. Favorite 1970s horror film. This is super hard because the 70s is one of my favorite eras of horror cinema. But I had to go with the original Hills Have Eyes. That one is fantastic, creepy, spooky, has all the right elements. Love it. 24. Favorite horror theme. The Suspiria theme. It just takes you to a different world, and every time you hear it, you're just like, wow, what's going on? It sounds like a haunted music box. 25. The best version of Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th Part 7, even though I'm not a big Friday the 13th fan. 26. A horror that you can't wait to see. I'm actually looking really forward to the remake of It, surprisingly. And that's because in the book it says that it reappears every 27 years. So I'm kind of seeing, hey, what's going on? 27. The best beheading was Dawn of the Dead. That special effects, man. I can't get over it. 28. Favorite B horror movie is Alice, Sweet Alice. If you haven't seen this movie, highly recommend it. This was also really tough because for those of you that have been following me for years, when I used to have my blog and stuff like that, B movies are my thing. But Alice, Sweet Alice is just eerie to me, and I love it. I love it. I get the tingle up my spine. 29. The Most Righteous Killer. This is, I was trying to find some in the most recent, and we said Light from Death Note, because he's killing evil. And I don't know if that's like, that movie's like a horror or not, but oh well. 30. Horror with an unexpected ending, the movie Fear Inc. That was surprisingly good, even though the beginning starts off stupid. Well, there's my 30 question horror lover challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out Carnage Candy and Ghoul World Order as well. I'll link them in the description, and I've tagged you both. Have fun with it. If you want to become a member of the Spooky family, don't forget to subscribe. We're also on VidMe, we're on Twitter, we're on the Facebooks, we're pretty much everywhere. So I will see you guys later. Bye!